Welcome to the NAMB Podcast, where we bring you the voices that drive the mortgage industry. Join dynamic hosts Ginger Bell and Matt Shields as they dive into bold conversations with top experts, industry leaders, and change makers from across the country. From insider insights to game-changing trends, this is your front row seat to what's happening right now in the world of home finance.
Well, hey there. My name is Ginger Bell. We want to welcome you to the very first episode of the NAMB Podcast. And I have my co-host, Matt Shields. Hey, Matt.
Hey, Ginger. How you doing today?
I am doing great. I am so excited to kick off this NAMB Podcast. You know, it's been something we've talked about doing, honestly, for years. And a full disclosure for those of you who are listening here, if you don't know me, my name's Ginger Bell. I have been in the industry for a long time, like 20 plus years. I always say 20 plus, Matt, because, you know, it's just like, yeah, once you get over 20, it's like, yeah, it's 20 plus years.
Yeah.
But I've had the pleasure of really being involved in NAMB for all of that time. And so when we've been talking about doing a podcast, a lot of the reason for me wanting NAMB to do a podcast is to share all of the great things that NAMB does, right?
Absolutely. We're doing some amazing things.
Absolutely amazing things. And so really that's the goal of the podcast, is to be able to have conversations, obviously with our NAMB leadership and the board, what's happening as far as legislative things that are happening, what's happening on Capitol Hill, bringing in experts, but then also, I think, bring some light on how to be part of the NAMB community. And that's what I want to talk about. I want to key in with you. First of all, for those of you who don't know Matt is the branch manager for USA Mortgage. And Matt, I'm going to let you tell people a little bit about where are you based out of, first of all?
I'm based out of Columbus, Ohio.
Very good. No Columbus, well, yes, go Buckeyes.
Go Buckeyes.
Very good. And so based out of Columbus, and I know one of the things that you have really stepped into being a part of is something that I was involved in creating, gosh, probably back in 2011, 2012, and that was the NAMB Young Professionals. And at the time, Plaza Home Mortgage was the one that really spearheaded that. And at the time, I was national training director for Plaza. And so I was excited to bring that. And then obviously, you know, it was there for a while and things kind of changed. The market shifted a little bit. And so you, my friend, have been instrumental in leading up really NAMB Young Professional coming back. So tell me a little bit about that.
It's been so exciting to be a part of it. I'm honored to be a part of NAMB. I'm honored to be what I'm doing what I'm doing with the young professionals. And right now, for my age, I'm 34, turning 35. So I got about a year left before I kind of hand the torch over to someone else. But it's been organic. It's how it's came about. It's been really nice. We lead a call the third Wednesday of every month that it's open invite to any young professional to be on. And it's really morphed into broadcasting. The start of the call is we're broadcasting out what NAMB's doing, all the awesome things, the events. But then it's kind of turned into like a coaching mentor platform where it's open invite. What are you feeling? Let's talk about it. Do you need tips with growing your business? Do you need tips with time blocking? And it's just been really cool the way it's started and how it's been forming and kind of where we're going.
Yeah, I love that. Having that monthly call is important too. So a virtual call where everybody can connect, and, you know, some of those conversations, especially for those who are just getting started. And what's surprising, there's a lot of people that are just getting started in the mortgage industry, right?
Absolutely. It's hard to start. It's hard to get started.
It is hard to get started. And so being able to have that group to talk to, and you know, you and I had a conversation about some of the questions they're having as far as how do they time block their day?
Yep.
How do you make connections with real estate agents? How should you be branding yourself?
Right.
What are the things to be focusing on? And so having a community to be able to have those questions answered is important, which leads into the connecting part, which is something that you and I are working on a lot together, and that's the NAMB Hive. And so NAMB Hive, it's an online community, free to join. Anyone can join. You're a mortgage broker, whether you are an account executive, whether you're a vendor. I mean, it's really a group to be able to collaborate and connect. And the thing I love about the NAM Hive is we have a place where we can take your live sessions that you record and put them into a library. So if you miss a session, you can go in there, you can be able to watch it. And then we're also building a lot of tools to be able to help answer all of those questions that you're getting. So, how are you, time blocking? What are the things that you need to talk about as far as, having those conversations? So some of the things that we're building in the NAM Hive, and again, it's collectively. So it's everyone working together, bringing information and being able to put that into resources, short little snackable courses. So you can go in there and watch those things on strategy, on marketing, on time blocking, on coaching, on products. We had our first NAM ambassador call, our NAM Hive ambassador, which when NAM asked me to really help them to take this NAM Hive and to build it and to continue to grow it, as the NAM growth officer, that's one of the things that was the most important thing for me, Matt, is being able to put a variety of tools and resources in there, because you think about it, there's nothing out there. I mean, if you're new in the industry, where are you going to go find this information that's consistent, right?
There's nowhere. There's no place to find that much consistent information in a condensed area. I love what you've done with the Hive, and I'm excited to more of our young professional stuff going on there. And I've had people tell me, "Hey, I got busy with loans. I missed the call. Where can I go see it?"
Perfect.
So love that you're putting that on there for us. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And I mean, that's just one thing, but also, some of those courses. And so, we did our NAM ambassador call, and really the idea of the NAM ambassador is to be able to be an advocate, to be able to bring education resources into the NAM Hive community. So on our first call, and we're going to have our NAM ambassador calls every single month. So if you're interested, go to the NAM Hive. It's namhive.com. Register. You can email me, my email, and Mike sure we'll include that. It's Ginger@GoToTraining. Let me know if you want to be an ambassador. And really, as an ambassador, what we want you to do is to be able to share your expertise. And so if you are an expert on marketing or social media or loan programs or time blocking or strategy, I mean, whatever that is, let us know, because those are the resources we want to put in there. And Rick Benencourt, who has been a veteran educator. He does so much for the veteran community. He's an originator in Boston. And so he was sharing on our NAM Hive ambassador call all of this VA education that NAM has. And again, people don't realize NAM has these certification programs, right?
That's right.
And so, if you are newer, or even if you're like, hey, I really want to, focus on, more working with veterans, then check out what NAM has, because there's an entire certification program that you can go through. And the classes are actually, some of them they hold live. So if you're someone who wants to, it's like, hey, I learn better live. I'm that kind of person. It's like, I'm a hands-on person. I like to see it, touch it, feel it, and to do all of that. And so you can get to one of those live workshops. And I think it's like 2 days. I'm not sure, Matt. I have to look at that. But that's something to do. But, that Rick said he's going to take a lot of those resources and we'll put them into the NAM Hive. And so there's some different ideas you can have in there as well.
That's it. I love Rick. He's taught me so much about VA. He taught the class that I went to become a CVLS, to be certified, and that class has helped me close 2 loans specifically on VA condos that needed a condo waiver. And I can't wait to see what he puts in the hive, because he is such a useful tool of information about VA. I love picking his brain when I get a chance.
Yeah, he has so much information, and so many, I mean, so many do. You look at the vendors, the wholesale lenders that are, a part of NAM, and what they bring to the table, the expertise that they bring to the table. I was excited at the NAM Hive Ambassador call. We had several people who do the non-QM loan programs.
Yeah.
And so I have a call with Paul with Logan Finance on Wednesday, and we're going to talk about putting some of those things that they bring together, because, just like your VA and, your renovation loans, there's other programs that are out there. And in my opinion, if you're going to go out and market yourself to the problems that people are having. So if you look at the resources like, our VA, that is a great product to be able to make your marketing content about. What does that look like? What should that look like? If you're doing any kind of, work with business owners, then our non-QM products are really good to be able to make some content around that. So those are things that we'll be putting those resources in there, and it's continually growing. So yes, I am very excited about that. The other thing that I want to talk about is networking.
Yes.
And so you were sharing with me your story and how you got started in the mortgage industry. And it's by someone who is a long time volunteer, worker, educator, leader with NAM. So tell me a little bit about how you got started in the mortgage industry.
Yeah, and it came out of nowhere. I was never planning on being in the mortgage business. I was bartending full-time at a golf club. I was going to school full-time, working, paying for school, kind of in that rat race. And I was looking for something new. And one of my regulars, his name was Michael Farrell. Michael came in and he said, "Hey, I think you would be great at this. Are you open to doing mortgages?" And I instantly said yes. I was looking for something new and something different. And that was back in 2012 when I started working for Mike and I got licensed.
Wow.
And it's been the best 13-year experience so far of being a loan officer. And it's everything that I wanted to do without knowing that job was out there for me.
Right.
And
that's the whole key. So when you think about here, Michael just said, hey, he's had some conversations with you, can tell you're a hard worker, but said, have you ever thought about? And that's the thing. How many times do we do that? How many times do we just sit down and have a conversation? And you're a branch manager, so you're recruiting for your team.
absolutely.
Imagine if you wouldn't have done that, how different your life would have been.
I have no idea what I would be doing right now if it wasn't mortgages. And I've been in it so long now. It's like, I can't imagine ever doing anything else.
Right.
Mortgages. I love this business, and how he got me into the business is, like you said, how I'm trying to recruit other people to my branch. And it's, you see someone with a certain skill set, or you see somebody who kind of has it for what you're looking for. And it doesn't matter what they're doing. You can always train somebody to get to where they need to be. But if they have that foundation, they're just a go-getter, they're hungry, they're good with people, that's who we're looking for.
Exactly. And again, one of those things, being involved with NAM, that you can learn those kind of things, you can connect with others, you can have those conversations, and find out what works with you, what are you doing? And that's the whole key, is as being involved in a national association. And I know we have some events coming up. So if you're listening to this, there is NAM National that is happening in October. And it's in Vegas. It's at Caesar's Palace. It's honestly always my favorite event of the year. And so if you are wanting to really go someplace where you can connect with others, be able to learn, we have 3 full days, begins with continuing education, and then going into 2 full days, lots of speakers, lots of events, huge trade show opportunity for you to go, network, meet with other people. Then you want to go to NAMB.org and click on NAM National. I think if you can go to NAMNational.com, it's on there as well. But get registered for that. It's happening in October. And then the other thing is, get involved. Hop onto the young professional call, and you do that every single month. So if they register once, does it re-register them for every single month? So do they have to re-register every time, Matt?
So a couple ways to do it. We can they can register once and be on the calendar invite just to save onto their calendar. They can also go to NAMB.org, and then there's a link on the Young Professional page to go straight to our monthly Zoom. So a couple different ways to access it. I feel like the NAMB.org, click on the link. That might be the easiest way if you're having issues with your calendar or whatnot. But a couple different ways to access our call.
Perfect. And then if you missed that call, then make sure and register for the NAMB Hive. You can start at NAMB.org, or if you can go to NAMBhive.com and you can register there as well. So it's free to register. It's an online community, and it's meant to be a community. It's not another social media platform. There is that ability in there. You can post questions, but really it's a resource center. And that's the thing that we want to make sure people know. It's a resource center. We have a lot of different recordings in there. Valerie does a weekly NAMB success call every Monday. She interviews different people, so that's always there. But it's a great resource place for you to go. And then, of course, the final thing I want to leave with is tune into our NAMB podcast. This is our first episode, but we are doing it every week. So we're going to have different guests on talking about, things that are working for them, programs, lobbying, everything that's going on within the industry. So make sure and tune in for that. And if you're not a NAMB member, become a NAMB member. It's one of those things to be part of a community and to be part of your national association, because as a professional, you want to make sure and do that, right?
Yeah, and for our listeners, when I was new to NAMB, this is my third year in NAMB now. At first coming in, I'm a younger person coming in. I didn't know what to expect. Everyone is so friendly and helpful, and just put yourself out there. Get involved, and the more you really get what you put in, you get out. And I feel like the more I put in, I'm making better connections, I'm learning more things, I'm making a difference, and it's such an awesome organization to be a part of.
Yeah, it is. And I'm so glad you're a part of it, because now I get to do a weekly podcast with you.
That's right. I'm so excited to do this with you, and I can't wait to see where this podcast goes and the people we have on, and just the growth we're going to have.
Absolutely. Okay, so make sure and tune in. Go to nambpodcast.com. You can find us there. Find us on social media. Of course, go to namb.org. And then we have a YouTube channel, so you can either watch the video or you'll be able to listen through your standard podcast platform that you like. So, Matt, thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to the NAMB Podcast, brought to you by the National Association of Mortgage Brokers. For more episodes, resources, and guest interviews, visit nambpodcast.com. Don't forget to follow, share, and subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you soon.